Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mary and I give you guys an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you grabbed a snack, stayed for a while, and click the subscribe button. I would love to have you. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you more than you know. As you can tell by the title of the video, we are doing a 3 looks, 1 palette video today, and that is with the new NARS Summer Unrated palette. Essentially, this is my first NARS Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. The little mini one that I purchased, I did use it a couple of times, but I feel like this is a true eyeshadow palette. So let's call this my first. I really want to play around with this, get a feel for the formula, and see if NARS Cosmetics is an eyeshadow formula that I can get behind. So if you want to see the 3 eye looks that I create, just go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, let's start with this first eye look. I did not press record. I'm going to dip into this corner shade right here. This is in M441, and I'm going to use this as my crease shade, but I'm going to leave it mostly in the outer corner. I'm not going to bring it in too much. I'm also going to bring this on the lower lash line. And you guys already know I like to wing out my eye looks. I'm not going to lie, I didn't think you were going to be able to see that shade, but you can, so yay. Okay, and I think now I'm going to dip into this shade right here. It looks like it's a satin type of shimmer shade. Let's see how this goes. This is a Moda Pro 430. It's a fluffy crease brush. I'm going to put that in the crease here in the outer corner. I'm going to leave it mostly in the outer corner. So it's definitely a satin shimmer, but it looks pretty and it's blending out nicely, I feel like. I am going to bring it on the lower lash line, about 2/3 in. Okay, this is what we got. It's looking so nice and warm. I'm loving it. Okay, now I'm going to dip into this shade right here, and I'm using a Sigma E45. I'm going to deepen up this outer corner just a tiny bit. That shimmery shade, the satin shimmer type of shade, is so pretty. I know using shimmer on your crease can be scary, but that looks so pretty. I'm bringing it down here, but I'm only going like 1/3 way in. Okay, it's looking so pretty. I don't know why it's looking patchy up in here. Now with a fluffy flat brush, this is a JH41 from Jaclyn and Morphe. I'm going to dip into this shade right here, which looks like it's another type of shimmery satin type of shade, but like a subdued one. This is going to go right in the inner corner. All right, and now I'm going to dip into this shade right here, which is that chunky type of shade. So pretty. It's going to go right in here. Like that. It's more like a chunky type of glitter, really. Okay, this is what the eye look looks like. I did go into this shade right here for the inner corner. So as you could tell, it's a very warm tone type of eye look. So let me put on some mascara, lashes, and all the good stuff, and I'll be back to show you final look, and then we'll move on to second look. Okay guys, here is the final eye look. I went ahead and used my NARS Cosmetics highlighter. This is in Capri. pretty. And I also used that for my brow bone. I used a NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in dark brown for the waterline, and then I used a little brush to create this little wing. For the lips, I have one of NARS Cosmetics lip liner. This is in Dulce, and I went ahead and smudged it in with this Makeup Geek. It's a cream stain. The shade is Foxtrot. I felt it was the perfect combo for this super beautiful, warm, summery eye look that I created with the new NARS Summer Unrated eyeshadow palette. I think it is absolutely beautiful and I'm loving it. I love how warm it is. For the lashes, I used one of the lashes from the Creme Shop. Not Your Baby, I think is the style. I cut one lash in half and I used a piece in the outer corner for each eye, and I think that looks pretty good. Oh, blush is the new Kaleidos blush in Sunburnt. It's like the pretty peachy, orangey, almost neon shade. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to look number 2. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started with look number 2. We have a thunderstorm coming our way. It's mostly staying up north, but there is tornado watch in Dallas and strong winds here, so I'm trying to get this video out of the way before all of that hits us. Hopefully the noise that you do hear from the wind that we're currently having isn't too loud. First shade I'm dipping into is going to be this shade right here, and I'm using a Morphe and Jaclyn JH30. I'm going to use that as my transition shade. I think for today's look, I'm going to keep it safe and do like a wearable look. I don't think that should be too hard. And I think I am going to keep this transition shade right in the outer corner and keep the inside kind of bare. You guys already know I like to wing out my shadow. And I am going to also bring it all the way on the lower lash line. Like all the way. All right, there it is. If I'm being honest, I did not think both of these shades were going to show up too much on my lid. They have honestly surprised me. This one today and that first one with the first look, you can really see them. So I'd definitely say these two are a tiny bit darker than they appear on the pan. Okay, so now I'm jumping in to this shade right here. This is a Sigma Soft Blend 10. And I'm just going to deepen up that outer corner and the crease. I am using some natural lighting, so if the lighting changes, that is why. I am going to bring this on the lower lash line, but only about 2/3 in, not all the way. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Gorgeous. Oh, I'm having so much fun with these mattes. This formula is beautiful and I'm so happy that I'm finally experiencing the NARS formula. Okay, I'm going to dip into this shade. I'm just going to deepen up the corner a tiny bit more. This is a Sigma E25. It's like a fluffy flat brush. And just in the outer corner. Not too much, just a tiny bit. And on the lower lash line, but only about the tail end. Like that much. Okay, I'm really trying to keep this super wearable, so I'm trying not to add any like pink or purple to it. So I think I'm going to stick with like the browns and the gold. So next I'm going to dip into this one, but I think I'm going to use my finger. And it's going to go right here. I'm gonna transition that dark outer corner with the light inner corner. I think I'm going to use the gold, so I don't want the contrast to be too much. But it's a beautiful shade. It's like a brassy type of brown. It's so pretty. Gosh, I wish you could see what I'm seeing with my eyes. That shade has like these flecks of gold in there. It is so pretty. All right, now I'm going to jump in to the gold in the palette, and let's go in with my index finger. That's going to go in the rest of the lid, and it's more like an orange type of gold. It's not a true gold. I wish it would be more of a true gold than an orange, but it still looks pretty. I am going to use my pinky finger and just bring a tiny bit of it on the lower lash line. Okay guys, and here is what the finished eye look looks like before I put on lashes, mascara, and all the good stuff. I did go in to that super light pearl type of shade for the inner corner. It seems like in this palette, that's going to be the staple inner corner shade. So let me finish up the rest of the eye and I will be back. Okay, and here is eye look number 2. It's a beautiful, like orangey gold type of Greek goddess eye look. By wearable, I meant wearable shades. I know this is a bit much for like your everyday makeup, but I don't know, this is what I was feeling in my soul today, and this is what I did. I do have a little bit of cloud coverage, so my light is changing just a tiny bit. But let me tell you real quick what else I have on my face. For the lashes, I went in with the bright lashes. This is one of the half style lashes in Flare. Love these. For the eyeliner, 2 tight line, and for the waterline, I used a Color Pop. I think this is Cantaloupe. And then with a little liner brush, I went ahead and just kind of closed out the little gap right there in the corner just to make it seem like it's one fluid line for my top lashes. I did go in to that same inner corner shade for the brow bone, and for the lips, the combo I have is the NARS Cosmetics Lip Liner in Dulce and one of the cushion lip products from Jaclyn Cosmetics. This is in the shade Promised. I think it goes with the look. I don't know, you guys let me know, but I feel like it does. It's a very beautiful pinky, like a rose pinky type of shade. Gorgeous. Okay, but yeah, that is it. This is eye look number 2. I love it. So far, 2 warm toned eye looks. I think for the next one, I'm going to dig into that pretty purple in the palette. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with this third and final eye look. I did forget to mention, I'm pretty sure eye looks 1 and 2, I did use my MAC Paint Pot as an eye primer. Today I am using the Makeup by Mario one. This is a Sigma Soft Blend 1-0, and I think I'm going to start off with this shade right here. Like I said, I think I want to use this purple shade in today's eye look. You know what? No, just kidding. I'm going to start with this shade right here. And I think I'm going to do a halo eye. So I'm going to focus this in the inner corner. I did not set my base. Just like that. And I'm also going to focus it in the outer corner. Wing it out and on the lower lash line. I'm going to bring it about 2/3 in. Okay, this is what that is looking like. Now with a small brush, I'm going to dip into the darkest brown in the palette. This is an M506 from Morphe. So I just dipped the tip right into the shadow, and I'm going to deepen up the inside of this crease. I'm going to keep it mostly here. Also the outer corner. And I am going to keep this brown about to here, so like 1/3 way in from the outer corner. this is what we got. And on this side, it's looking like a tiny bit patchy, but that's okay. I'm not worried about it because that's going to get covered up. So it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, this is a Morphe M441, and now I'm going to dig into this light pink right here. It's like a mauve rosy pink. And I'm actually going to use this to mix in and kind of make everything just look airbrushed, like on the edges down here too. And if you lose any of those other colors, just go back and retouch them. And I am going to focus a tiny bit more of this right in the lower inner corner. Okay, now we're going to dip into that purple shade. I'm going to use my finger. I'm just gonna go right in the middle where I don't have anything. Okay, this is what that shade looks like. I did go in to the M441 that had that pinky tone shade and just kind of brushed out all the edges so that they kind of just blend together. If you need to dip back into it, very lightly dip back into it. I didn't dip back into it too much. And same with the Sigma Soft Blend that had that first shade. If I lose, I just go back and touch it up a tiny bit. All right, now I am going to dip into this shade very lightly. I just want a tiny bit more sparkle in the middle. See, like very lightly. And I'm going to put that on top of the purple very lightly, just to get a little bit more of a punch. Since you have that purple base, you're not going to lose that purple. You tell the difference between this eye and this eye. Okay, I think it's done. I did go in to the inner corner with that pearly shade. I feel it's going to be like my go-to inner corner shade when I pick up this palette. All right, so let me go ahead and add everything else, and I will be back to show you the full eye look, the full face, and then we can end this 3 eye looks 1 palette video. All right guys, and here is the finished eye look. I did use the same inner corner shade on the brow bone, and for lashes I went in, I'm not sure if these are Ardell or Kiss, but the style is called Muse. And I kind of cut them to be like 2/3 lash. And oh gosh, for some reason, do you guys have the same problem? This eye never looks the same as this one as far as like lashes, and then it's like red, so that's annoying. All right, but yeah, here is the final eye look. I did go in to my NARS highlighter in Capri, of course. For the waterline, I used the ColourPop. I think Cantaloupe is the name. It's like a nude shade. And I did tightline right in the inner corner with the NYX Jumbo Brown eye pencil, just to kind of close out the lash line, even though this, gosh darn, lash is not cooperating. For the lips, I went in to NARS Cosmetics lip liner in Dulce, and this time I went in to this shade from the Cushion lips that she has. It's Sincerely Yours. I love this shade. All of the 3 shades that I have from this like Cushion formula, I absolutely love and adore. The formula is so comfortable. I just wish they lasted a tiny bit longer on the lips. So let me go ahead and scoot on out and we can end this video. All right guys, here is what the full face looks like when you're not so up close and personal. So far, every single eye look I have created with this NARS Summer Unrated palette, I have really and truly enjoyed. I definitely feel it's more of a warm tone kind of palette. Maybe the purple and this dark brown are more on the cool tone side, but I definitely feel like most of the eye looks you create with this palette are going to look more warm tone than anything. I don't mind because I love warm tone shades, but not everybody does. So forewarning you, all of the mattes I feel performed beautifully. There are some of them that are a little powdery, and you can definitely tell as soon as you dip your brush into it if they're going to be a powdery formula or not. But that doesn't bother me, and they all performed great. I'm pretty sure I used almost every single shade in this palette. I think I used every single shade in this palette. Yes, I have used every single shade in this palette. So far, I'm really enjoying the NARS eyeshadow formula. I think it is a good one. I don't know if it's like this for every single palette or if it's hit or misses, just depending on what release it is. But this one I'm enjoying. I'm super ecstatic that I purchased this palette. The Sephora VIB sale is coming up. So if you were thinking about grabbing it, I definitely feel that this is one that is worth grabbing during the sale. All right, guys. Well, I think that's going to conclude this video, and I would love to know which eye look is your favorite, so don't forget to let me know down below. I don't know which one is my favorite, honestly. I cannot pick. I honestly love every single eye look I have created with this palette. So why don't you guys pick for me and let me know down below. Alright guys, with that being said, I would love it if you gave this video a big ol' thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it, and you would definitely help me out in the algorithm of hopefully bringing some new and fresh eyes to my channel. And if you haven't done so already, I would love it if you joined my small YouTube family by clicking the subscribe button. I would love to have you. Alright guys, I will see you on the next video. Bye!